Hello, everyone. I'm Mrs. Coates, and I am reading chapters 20 and 21. Chapter 20. When I wake up on the day of the presentation, I feel mostly happy about going to school. It might be the fact that I'm 9 now or that the school year is almost over, but lately, things have been good. I did well in the spelling bee, I can ride a bike, and Jessica isn't really bothering me anymore. It's not like Jessica hasn't tried. I've just become a professional at ignoring her. Having more friends helps too. It means I'm not alone in dealing with Jessica, and she's less likely to say something. Lunch is also more fun because Lauren, Isabel, and Anna eat with Jenny and me more regularly. I even sometimes talk to Lauren in class now, although we both still like being quiet. I don't run away from Stanley anymore, and I'm not afraid he thinks I'm weird, because we're friends now. Best of all, I am ready for my presentation. I'm going to dress up like Jacques Cousteau, like Stanley suggested, which goes perfectly with my submarine. I made it out of styrofoam poster board and glued my fish drawings on the outside. Both Jenny and Stanley helped. Jenny cut out all the fishes perfectly while Stanley helped with making sure the submarine was realistic looking. Real submarines have portholes, said Stanley, and nuclear reactors. I think I'll skip the nuclear reactor, I replied. As promised, Nick helped me practice the presentation the night before. You don't want to memorize the whole presentation. It sounds lame. Also, you don't want to read from a handout. That makes it so boring. So we practiced the first minute, when I introduced myself as Jacques Cousteau. With Nick's help, I came up with the best introduction. It was so good that I presented it to Mom. My name is Jacques Cousteau. Welcome to the wonderful world of fishes. Have you ever wondered what lives in the sea? Well, today I'm going to tell you. Mom applauded. Over our morning cereal, Nick gives me a little pep talk. Remember, the first minute is the hardest. Then it's easy peasy. Lemon squeezy, I reply. That's right, Mr. Cousteau. He shakes my hand. I wish Nick could go with me to school. Luckily, Mom is able to come for the presentation. She wanted me to help set up the submarine, and we also have an appointment before class with Miss Thompson about my speech progress. As we walk up to the building, I see a boy in an ape costume. I wave. Hello. Stanley. Hi. Stella. I'm a little nervous when Mom meets with Miss Thompson. I think I'm doing better in speech, but I can never tell. I sit outside her office while they talk before my class. After a few minutes, both Mom and Miss Thompson come back outside. Mom is smiling. Miss Thompson says, "That's an interesting outfit, Stella." She seems a little confused as she looks at my blue turtleneck, blue pants, and red beanie. I'm Jacques Cousteau. She laughs. Oh, of course. Then she continues. Stella, I'm sad to say that I think this is goodbye for us. I recommended to your mom that you stop taking speech classes. I squeal. I'm so happy. But I want you to read out loud at night for practice. I promise. Take care, Stella, she says. I wave goodbye. As we walk to class, Mom whispers, Can you believe she still asked me if your father is moving back? I am definitely glad not to be answering that question anymore. When we get to the classroom, we set up my submarine. Mom can't stay the whole day because she has to work, which means I have to go first with my presentation. You'll feel better getting it done sooner, too, Mom whispers. To shake off the nerves, we do some jumping jacks. I notice Jessica staring at us. She's wearing an equestrian outfit for her presentation. Good luck with your presentation, Jessica, says Mom. Jessica crosses her arms and turns around. I look up at Mom, who pats my head. She's the best. I walk to the front of the class. I feel myself turning roja when I first open my mouth. My turtleneck feels apretado around my neck like a boa constrictor. Hello? My voice is shaky. My name is... Louder, someone says. I catch eyes with Jessica, who looks very smug. I can only imagine what she's thinking. I start doubting myself, but then I look out to the crowd. On my left, I see Stanley in his ape costume. He gives me the thumbs up. My name is Jacques Cousteau, I say without my voice shaking. I look out to the crowd again. This time I notice Miss Bell. who is in the middle and smiling. I take a deep breath. I stick out my chest. Welcome to the wonderful world of fishes. When I look out to my right, I see that Mom's taking pictures. Surrounded by my support system, my inner starfish starts taking over. Have you ever wanted to know what lives in the sea? I see Ben, Lauren, and a bunch of kids nod their heads. Well, today, I'm going to tell you. As usual, Nick was right about the first minute. It does get much easier. I point out all the 19 fishes on my submarine. I made more fishes than I had to for the project. With fishes with names like blobfish and wahoo, I just couldn't help it. I get excited the more and more I talk, and when I'm done, people actually applaud. I immediately run back to hug Mom. Fantastico, Stella, she whispers. She stays to watch Stanley's presentation, which is pretty great too. Stanley uses monkeys from the Barrel of Monkeys game to make a mobile and print out facts about monkeys on banana shapes. Plus, he is really funny in his ape costume. He even makes monkey noises. I clap loudly for him when he finishes. He certainly didn't need the cookies. Lauren's presentation is also good. She brought in her uncle's parrot like she said she would. But it turns out the parrot doesn't talk. He just whistles. She still has to talk the whole time, so I make sure to smile and give her the thumbs up while she presents. Jessica's presentation is the most boring. She reads her presentation from her notebook and just flips through a slideshow of different horses. Like usual, Jessica doesn't seem nervous at all, but I realize maybe that's not always good. Maybe it's good sometimes to be nervous about things because you'll work harder at them. At the end of the school day, Miss Bell hands us our grades on our projects. She gives me 3 gold stars and an A+++. She also wrote wahoo, like the fish I mentioned during my presentation, on top, next to a smiley face. I grab my cheeks because my face hurts from smiling so much. I just can't stop. Not only did I speak out loud in front of the whole class, I did it well. Today, I really lived up to my name. I really was an Estrella. Chapter 21. Even though it's summer and we've finished our animal projects, I still like reading about marine life. My new favorite is the sea otter, mostly because I loved seeing several of them at the shed. It also doesn't hurt that they look like teddy bears with thick, soft fur. While researching them, I found out that when they sleep, they hold on to each other's paws, so they have someone to protect them. I'm too old to hold hands, but if I were a sea otter, I would have many people to hold paws with. I'd hold paws with Nick, Mom, Jenny, and my family in Mexico. I even think Stanley and I would be sea otter amigos. Jenny and I are also talking about doing a sleepover with Anna and Isabel. I've never done a sleepover that big before. For me, summer doesn't officially start until my family walks to Oberweis to get ice cream. Of course, we could drive there, but walking is more of an adventure. We pass through different neighborhoods where there are all types of houses. There are gingerbread-looking houses, big houses, and houses with pools. I like to imagine how different my life would be if we lived in one of those big houses. Then I look at Mom and Nick, and I don't want anything else. Our favorite game to play as we walk is Spies. Mom always starts us off. Okay, niños, where is our big mission? Russia, I say. In all the spy movies, they are in Russia. Oh, good one, says Nick. I'll be Boris. Call me Natasha, I say. Mom laughs. Then we pretend we're being chased. We run in between houses, and Nick tells the dogs to be quiet while we tiptoe. By the time we get to Oberweis, we're dying for ice cream. I usually order lime sherbet with nuts, but today I want to try something different. I go with strawberry frozen yogurt with gummy bears. Nick always gets cookies and cream. Mom is crazy, though. She likes to switch around. Sometimes it's coffee, butter pecan, or chocolate. She puts her hand to her chin, pauses, looks at me, and says, "What do I look like?" Without a doubt, butter pecan, I answer. Nick rolls his eyes. Why do I have to live with 2 loca ladies? We're not crazy. We're just creative, I reply while crossing my arms. Then I put 2 little fingers above my head like an alien. Nick ruffles my hair. After our ice cream adventure, I meet up with Stanley and Jenny to ride bikes around the parking lot at school. Stella, can you ride your bike without holding the handlebars? Asked Stanley. That's scary, I exclaim. Stanley and Jenny raise their arms for a second and howl. It's, Stanley says, F-U-N. Jenny agrees. Try it, Stella. I feel sweaty as I lift up one arm and then the other. My arms are shaking, but it feels a little less scary than I thought. I let out a small howl. It feels great. I raise my arms higher above my head. Then Stanley and Jenny join me, and the 3 of us howl together. The end.